Good Samaritan comes to the rescue after a boat is stranded at one local creek. And the latest details on the mass shooting in Rochester, New York that left 2 people dead.
Find out how local officials are reacting to the death of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Live in high definition from your news leader, this is 1024 Action News at 11.
New at 11. With the help of a Good Samaritan, several passengers on a stranded boat were pulled safely to shore. According to Erie County 911, this happened shortly before 7 o'clock on Walnut Creek after the Coast Guard received a distress call from a boat with a mechanical issue. About a dozen Coast Guard rescue boats were on scene, but according to officials, it was a Good Samaritan boat that pulled them back to shore by rope. No injuries were reported. At least 2 people are dead after a mass shooting in Rochester, New York early Saturday morning. Reporter Chris Horvitz reports.
We got more people shot. Send cars in from Union.
The audio from Broadcastify paints a picture as police descend on this Rochester neighborhood looking for gunshot victims. In the end, there were 16 of them, 2 dead. Another 2 people were injured fleeing the chaos.
This mass shooting is horrendous, and we need to be outraged by the bloodletting.
Religious leaders in the city have a simple message. If you know who's responsible, come forward.
You're not a snitch for doing so. Not a snitch for doing so. What you are doing is investing in your own children and in your own community.
Police say a large house party in a backyard was going on when the shooting happened. An estimated 100 people were trying to run away as they arrived on scene. Of the 2 dead, both are believed to be in their late teens, 1 male and 1 female. The 14 others who were shot are all expected to survive. There's no information on a suspect or suspects.
This is truly a tragedy of epic proportion, if you ask me. I mean, 16 victims is unheard of.
All Black Lives Matter! All Black Lives Matter! All Black Lives Matter! All Black Lives Matter!
The city has already been the scene of protests this month over the death of Daniel Prude, a black man who died in Rochester police custody this past March. Body camera footage of the arrest was released just this month.
For our community, who's right now going through so much, to have to be dealt with this tragedy needlessly for people who decide to act in a violent manner is unfortunate and is shameful.
Local female leaders are saying the death of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has caused some grief. However, her career continues to inspire others to advocate for equal rights for all people. Chelsea Swift has the story.
As soon as I saw the news, it was upsetting to me. She was an amazing woman and an inspiration to me, not only as a woman, but in the legal field as well, first as an attorney and then as a judge.
And other local leaders agree. Julie Slomsky says Ginsburg has been influential to her as a female politician.
A true champion for equality and probably one of the most consequential Americans in my lifetime. Talked to so many folks that truly are grieving.
And though some are grieving, one local candidate for Congress says it drives her to advocate for equal rights the way Ginsburg did.
It's really just lit more fire underneath me to strive to be the best that I can, to be the role model that I want to be for my 2 girls and to my community.
In addition to local officials saying Ginsburg was an inspiration, they say her death should remind people to get out and vote.
We have to vote because there's so much more on the ballot. It's not just the presidency, it's all the down ballots. But when you think about what's at the top of the ticket, it's the Supreme Court as well.
Everybody should always get out and vote, no matter which side you're on. It's important that you exercise your right to vote.
Chelsea Swift, Jet 24 Action News.
Governor Tom Wolf ordering flags at all state facilities to fly at half-staff in honor of the late Justice Ginsburg. He and First Lady Frances Wolf ordering condolences in a joint statement, saying in part, Justice Ginsburg's life and career have made America a more fair and equitable place. She never shied away from standing out by standing up for civil rights and equal protections. Pennsylvania's senior senator also giving condolences in a statement, saying in part, Justice Ginsburg was a pioneer for gender equality, a champion for human rights, and a fierce defender of workers. Some new numbers to report for COVID-19 in the state of Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania Department of Health reporting 1,162 additional positive COVID-19 cases today, bringing the statewide total to over 149,000. There were 22 new deaths reported. In Erie County, the state is reporting 7 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the total to 1,459 cases. Crawford County reporting 288 cases today. That's an increase of 1. Warren County holding at 42 cases. Chautauqua County reporting 602 cases. That's an increase of 8. Ashtabula County reports 641 cases. That's up 4. And while the county and state haven't seen a post-Labor Day spike in COVID-19, Gannon University is dealing with an increase on their campus. According to the university, there has been an uptick in the last week, with 11 students testing positive. This after the school dealt with 11 cases earlier in the semester, putting their total cases at 22. Those students are currently in isolation, with another 71 students in quarantine after being in close contact with the positive cases. A high unemployment number for the Commonwealth ticks downward. According to the Department of Labor and Industry, Pennsylvania's unemployment rate dropped to 10.3% in August. That's down by 2.2% from July's 12.5%. Since the April and May job losses incurred by COVID-19 shutdown, the state has recovered 52% of those jobs. The national unemployment rate currently stands at 8.4% in August, with a drop of 1.8% since July. Jet 24 News is your local election headquarters. The wife of Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden is set to make a virtual appearance in Erie. Dr. Jill Biden is scheduled to make a virtual appearance in Erie on Tuesday. Now that's according to the Joe Biden for President campaign. There have been no additional details released about this virtual visit to Erie at this time. The event is planned one day after President Trump's son, Eric Trump, will speak at the Bayfront Convention Center. For more on this story, as well as the latest election coverage anytime, you can go to our website, yourerie.com. And coming up on Jet 24 Action News at 11, community members and those affected by Alzheimer's showed their support today. But that's a look after a first look at the forecast. Hey, Craig.
Brian, a frosty night ahead for some. Once again, we do have advisories to pass along to you.